I'm Alex Radical from Gencon, and welcome to week 3 of the vlog. I probably should start dropping the week part of the vlog. It's just going to be confusing to keep track, especially because I started this last year and then started it again now. So let's just focus on, this is the week in which I try to focus on playing and filming a bunch of the Gencon games. Now, if you missed it, last week's vlog was focused on learning the Gencon games. I came back from Gencon with a lot of games, asterisk on this number, but I have 71 games from Gencon. The asterisk is several things. First of all, many of the games, not many, a few of the games, maybe like 5 to 10 games, were games that I got before Gen Con, right after Gen Con. There are games that are around Gen Con type games, but I got them before or after. That's one asterisk. The other asterisk is around 7 or 8 of those games alone are games that are prototypes. They're prototypes to cover. They're not final games. They're games, again, I got either right before, right after, or many of them at Gen Con that they are prototypes that I'm going to be covering on the channel. And then the last asterisk is a bunch of them are multiple expansions. So, for example, we have Tenpenny Parks that has multiple expansions. We have Acropolis that has multiple expansions. Each expansion counts on its own. But from those 71 games I came back from Gen Con with, again, asterisk on the number, and from those I dove into learning the rules as fast as possible in week 1. Now, week 1, from those 71 games, I learned 53 of those games. 53 of those games I knocked out in the first week, which I'm very happy with. Again, several small asterisks to that number. Some of them are games I got demoed at Gen Con, then learned after, like read the rules after. Some of them are games I've played the prototype back when and got the final version, things like that. But nonetheless, I read through 53 rule books last week. So in part of last week's vlog, I think by the time the vlog ended, I hadn't totally gotten to 53 yet. I was at around maybe 45 to 50. But between finishing that up and then starting this, I am at 53 rulebooks read last week. From the 53, that's number 1. The next number, which I'm very happy with, I tallied them all up, I've played 30 of those games already. So 30 of the 71 games, 30 of the 53 rulebooks that I read, I already played those games. Now, I'm not ready to review all of them yet, not by a long shot. Most games, I need to get multiple plays in to get a better sense of the game. So a lot of these, Forbidden Legacy is a good example of one where I only have 2 games played. I need to play at least 7, probably more to finish it. But there are a bunch of games I need to play anywhere from 2 to, I guess, 7 times. Forbidden Legacy could be as many as 14 in theory. 2 to whatever number of plays I need to be able to actually review it. So I'm just cataloging 3 aspects. I'm cataloging, did I read the rulebook? Did I play the game at all? And then did I film content at all? I'm not cataloging whether the game is ready to review yet. That could be a 4th column, but hey, I'm only so much OCD on these things. So again, 71 games, 53 rulebooks read, 30 games I've played, and I've filmed 12 of those games already. So 12 of the games got coverage around those games. Now, that doesn't mean I filmed 12 videos, because I think specifically, if I recall correctly, from the 12 games that I filmed content on already, 6 of them went into a 6 small box game review video. It's a regular series I do. Also keeping in mind that a lot of these numbers, I focus on the easier stuff to get to first. That's a big part of what I do. It makes me feel accomplished to knock off the numbers as fast as possible, but then I get to the last 20, the last 18 games to learn or whatever it is, and those are the ones that are going to take as much time or more as the 53 that I dove into first. I specifically want that sense of accomplishment. It makes me feel like, oh, great, I'm making progress, and then I can get the rest done later. So again, from those, from the 12 that I filmed content for, I did one video that was 6 small box games. That's 6 games. I did one video that was 3 party games. All 3 of them surprised me. 2 of them I was expecting nothing from, and I really enjoyed them. And one of them I was expecting to really enjoy, and I really didn't. So it's 3 party games that surprised me from Gen Con. That brings us to 9. And then the other 3, again, some of these videos are up already, some not yet by the time you watch this. The other 3 is I filmed a video on pop art. I filmed a gameplay of Ascension Lord of the Rings, and then I filmed a gameplay and review of Ace of Spades. Those are the 12 games that I've covered. Well, I didn't tell you the first 9, but those 6, 3, and then 3 dedicated videos are the videos I filmed. That's the progress I have so far. Now, week 2, I'm going to be focusing on playing as many of these as possible. So week 1, I was focusing on learning. I will update you on the week 2 of how many more I've learned, because I do want to get to like 65 of those games learned. I think I can do that. 5 or 6 are just going to sit there for a bit. It is what it is, but I want to learn some more of them. So we'll try to get to that as much as possible this week, but the main focus is how many more can I get to by the end of the week. I have 30 out of 71 games played already. I want to see if I can get that number to 45. Again, it is much harder to get a game played than it is to learn a game. I think that the 53 rulebooks learnt was easier to do than it will be to do 15 more games played. If I'm already at 30, can I get 15 more of these played by the end of the week? That's my target number. We will see. Honestly, 10, I really should aim for 10. even though I got a lot done already, I got the easier ones done first. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll get 15, maybe not. We'll set it as a number. Either I make it or I don't. And then week 3, I'll be focusing on where I am in filming content around the games. Because again, I'm going to be doing both things. I'm going to be learning more rulebooks, I'm going to be playing more games, and I'm going to be playing more games that I already played, meaning things like, again, Forbidden Legacy, to continue to as an example. I will still be playing that a bunch more, even as I am playing other games and learning rulebooks and filming content. So that will be week 3, which again, this is why I should stop numbering the videos, because like it'll be week 4 of the log, but week 3 of the post Gencon series, whatever. It's confusing. This is way too long of a video to go into that basic detail, but that's the start, and that's the focus of this week's vlog. In fact, this has gone on so long that I might not focus on the other things, because I've been doing several other things, trying to stay off social media, trying to spend a few minutes every day cleaning, trying to knock off one thing every single week that I have been pushing off. I'll be doing all of that, trying to text people. That's another thing I've been doing. I've been very active with that, texting others. I haven't set myself a challenge for this week, so I'm going to do that in tomorrow's segment while I get started. Anyways, that's your intro. So this is going to be week 3, week 2. Again, let's stop with the numbering. This is going to be the week where I play as many Gencon games as possible, and I will see you tomorrow. At this point, if you thought that I only lived in this basement and nowhere else, you'd be forgiven for thinking that. But honestly, this is my studio space where I do spend a lot of my time, and especially when I'm just showing games and talking about games, it is more likely the place I'll be. But that's neither. Actually, maybe I'll go upstairs shortly. I know why I'll go upstairs shortly. Anyways, past that, this is actually going to be a 2-part video for today because I'm not focusing on progress yet that I've made on the games learned, played, and all that. This is the next day, by the way. This is day 2 of week 3, etc., etc. But effectively, I want to start by showing you the project that I gave myself. I said every week I have a project that I don't want to, something I've either been pushing off or don't want to push off. And today that project is going to be finishing on the all play shelf situation over here. This is not necessarily the intended use of the all play shelves, but basically I like having my tools more accessible. And ever since I redid a bunch of stuff in my basement, these tools all my tools have been hiding in the back under the stairs in a way that is impossible to get what I want when I want. And most of the stuff has been languishing, and I just often don't get what I need because it's just annoying to get out unless I really need that thing. And screwdrivers I keep in the upstairs cabinet, whatever. So I realized I wanted to put some of the faces on these all play shelves and use a few of these, not all of these. Some of these are still going to be game related, but a few of these shelves I realized I wanted to use for just like tool storage in general. And so today, this is my project for today. This is my project for the week, I should say, where I grabbed every single tool I have around the house, organizing them now, figuring out what actually goes in accessible storage, what is going to be things that I barely ever touch and probably don't need and just have a rainy day kind of situation, and then putting. I'm probably going to use the leftmost 3 shelves, I believe. I'm going to try to use the leftmost 3 shelves for storage of tools for simplicity, although I do like the drawer. The drawer is currently where I have my drill, so maybe I'll keep things there. We'll see. Anyways, like stuff like this, like just to give you an idea, like if I push this drawer over here, I got a few tools in here, but I want to organize it so everything's more efficient and again, what I want, where I want, and all that. Down here I have my tool bag. I got this in here. Let me just pull this out. That's my tool, a DeWalt drill and impact driver, whatever you want to call it. I like that a lot. So that is my cleanup assignment for this week. And then speaking of cleaning up, that is a perfectly smooth, natural segue to the sponsor of today's video, because the sponsor of today's video, I'm going to head up now, is actually Pet Pivot. Pet Pivot makes an automatic litter box. So here's the deal, okay? So I get a lot of sponsor requests on the channel for a lot of different things that are outside of board games and not related. And I say no to most of those things that are not board game related because it feels weird to talk about, I don't know, Skillshare or who knows what. But some of the ones I've said yes to over the years are, I've said yes to the shirt I'm wearing now, Into the AM. I did one sponsored video for them. Love these shirts, wear them all the time. Audible, I use Audible, like that, so I said yes to that one. And Pet Pivot reached out. They do this litter box over here, this automatic litter box. They said, you have cats in your videos. We'd love to sponsor your videos. And I was like, hey, I have to try first because I don't do things for stuff I don't actually believe in. But this is my first automatic litter box, so I'm not comparing it to any others, none of that. But I'll tell you right now, this thing is insane and has changed my life. This over here, this is the Auto Scooper 12 Mini. It is an incredibly affordable litter box. So I don't have any comparisons to other litter boxes, so I can't talk about those. I can tell you there'll be a link down below. I believe with a discount, I'm not sure. Check out the link down below. But basically, this is a Pet Pivot, and I am replacing all my litter boxes with these. Right now, I only have the one. I'll throw some pictures. My cats took to this right away, like instantaneously. I set this thing up. They were crowding it. They used it. All of them used it day one, and they barely touched. By barely, like I mean barely. So this is again, this is a sponsored segment, so take this as you will, but they barely touch any other, like, I think in the past like 3 weeks that I've had this, I think I've seen them use the other litter boxes maybe once or twice. I barely had to touch them. They love and prefer this, absolutely, and I plan on getting more of them. Now the only downside to it so far is right now, I have Siberians. Siberians are big cats. And 2 of them are great with this. My largest cat, it is a drop type for him. He still likes it. He still uses it as primary litter box, but he's the one who it does feel a bit cramped. I actually mentioned this to them, and they said they've gotten that feedback, and they are working on a larger model for larger cats as well. So my current game plan is to pick up 1 more of these, and then when they have the large one, maybe I should just wait for the large one and get 2 of them. I want my cat to feel comfortable in all of them. I might wait for the larger one and get all of them. But I do plan on upgrading all my 3 of my litter boxes to these things because they are incredible. If you have a cat, if you've been holding off on automatic litter boxes, this is one of the cheaper models out there that I've seen. It's more affordable, and it does the job. I could not go back. Anyways, I'll be back later today with the games I've learned, played, and filmed from Gencon videos. Wrapping up the day here, and I am making decent progress on, well, a few different categories. Today I learned 2 games, so I'm trying to only learn 1 a game per se, but I did knock out 2 games to learn today. I did Regicide Legacy. I got this one learned over here. I am ready to dive into this as soon as I finish the other Legacy game I'm in the middle of, but hey, I am ready to go. It's basically Regicide, at least starting off with a few small changes. You should read the rulebook even if you know Regicide. But then obviously you'll be adding stickers and other things to it when you dive into it. And then Hanami over here. This is the reprint of Samurai, the revised version from Keymaster Games. Read the rulebook to it. It doesn't seem to be meaningful changes to Samurai, the original game. It does add a few new cards, abilities, some small things like that, but the gameplay rules seem ultimately the same. As far as playing games, got 2 games played, although, wait, was it 3 games played? Or was it 2 games played? I think it was 2 games played. I could be wrong. I have to go check my sheets. I am tracking this on a sheet. But 3 games. 3 games. I forgot because we also did this. We learned another game. I forgot about this. I added a game to the Gen Con list because Haunted Mouse just showed up from Bezier. This was a Gen Con game that showed up after the Gen Con haul. So this got added to the list. I also learned this one. So I learned this one. This goes on the learn pile as well. But then I played Haunted Mouse, and then I also played Carcassonne Labyrinth over here. So I got this one played too. And then I also played, this one's kind of the asterisk. I played with Snapships. Snapships is one of the Gen Con prototypes I came back with. It's one where I don't plan on playing the game properly. I played Snapships back in the day. I think of it more as a toy factor than anything else, but I do enjoy it. It is a fun game. It's a fun enough game. This I'm showing it off more for the toy factor. So I got it out, demoed it, demoed with the components. Again, it's a weird one as far as played, but I don't need to play it. I marked it off as far as the getting the play part out of the way to be able to film with it, if that makes sense. So that's 3 games learned, 2.5 games played. Functionally it counts as 3, but you know, it's a half. And then filming wise, I got 2 things filmed. I just finished over here, got 5. I just finished filming this one over here. This is from Blue Orange. I've played this a bunch, really enjoyed this one so far. Enjoyed it with the caveat that it's intro to deduction. It's a lighter game, something too crazy, but it is fun. And then similarly, I also reviewed Excalibur today. Excalibur is another one that's it's more fun than it has any right to be. This game, it's like I said in the review, but I want to pick up the deluxe version of this game. The problem is it's $300 on eBay right now, so I'll wait. I'll be patient, but I do want to hunt down the deluxe version eventually. It is surprisingly fun, but I actually don't think the gameplay is that great. I think the gameplay mostly comes down to last turn wins. Like, I don't think there's a ton of depth to the experience. I just think that it's fun when I play it, so take that as you will. Anyways, that's my recap for today. 3 games played, 3 games learned, 3 games played, 2 games filmed. We'll see what I get done tomorrow. Again, I am trying to, in theory, play 15 games of the list this week. Was I? Yeah, I think I'm focusing this week on playing games, next week on filming games, and we'll see where that goes. Anyways, I will see you tomorrow with tomorrow's update on what I learned, play, and film. I'm going to be honest, I kind of fell apart the past few days. So I was doing this every day. I think the past 2 days I haven't done this at all. So minor catch up. As far as games learned, I think I've learned 2 more, which is not bad. I was aiming for 1 a day on that. So I'm on track as far as games learned. At this point, again, the tricky part is I think from the maybe 12 to 14 games I have left to cover from the Gen Con stuff, left to learn, not cover, I think at this point they're all big ones. At this point they're all a lot of work to get to. So even one a day is going to be challenging at this point going forward. Which again, I always knew, but I kind of was hoping I can get through this week and maybe even next with one a day. We'll see. This problem is made harder by the fact that I have a whole bunch. This week is a crazy week as far as prototype coverage that we need to get played, filmed, learned, and all that. So like I need to learn the rules for Barbaric, and I need to learn them in the next 24 hours. That is a whole day project. It's not a whole day project to be clear, but like it's all my rules learning time for the day. So the past 2 days, haven't filmed at all. I'm kind of catching up here. I've learned 2 games. I've played maybe 3 games in the last 2 days. The big one for me is Drillers. I'll see what happens. I hope I'll get a review out for this before what's it called? Before this vlog segment goes up. We'll see, because I want to play this again later tonight. That's what's going on right now. So Drillers, I played this yesterday. Hope to be playing it again tonight, and then maybe if I can, might play it again the next day. Is it a solo mode? There is a solo mode. Maybe I'll dive into the solo mode in this. Maybe. I'm intrigued. I really like Drillers based off of play number 1. So that was one of the bigger ones I played yesterday. But again, I've learned 2, I've played 3, and I have filmed. I have filmed 4 videos. I don't have the list in front of me. I should have grabbed the list. I have filmed 4 videos in the past 2 days, so I am on track there. Again, technically, next week is the week we focus on filming stuff. This week is the week we focus on playing things, but I am doing all simultaneously to stay ahead of the curve. So anyways, I'm doing all this stuff. The vlog stuff kind of fell apart. The other stuff that kind of fell apart is, again, there's all these other things I've been working on, tidying up the house a little bit each day, texting people. I haven't done that at all the past 2 days. Long story short, this segment is being filmed on a Friday, which means Friday's great, today's great, tomorrow's great, Sunday's great, but the week in general, again, this is all post-Gencon. I'm catching up on everything, trying to stay on top of everything, and it has been chaotic and overwhelming. And that is what my life is, which is, it's something that I've come to accept. My life is always going to be chaotic and overwhelming, and I'll always do the things that I want to do for as long as I'm able to and want to do them, and I'll always take a break when I need to take a break. So this week's vlog segment, there'll still be more vlog segments. I still have like another day or 2 to go through it, but we'll have fewer segments this week because I'm still going to do the week in general. I think, is tomorrow the last day? I have to do the math on this. Either tomorrow's the last day or the next day is the last day. I do not think I'll be playing 15 games. I think I want to play 15. I think I'll be lucky if I get to the 10 games played that I was kind of told myself that I'd probably get to that. I may actually get 10 games covered and filmed because, again, I'm ahead of the curve through the benefit of doing things like 6 small box stuff. So that's kind of where things are right now. This is me just catching up because I want to do a full proper segment. I wanted to talk every single day, and then every day I got to the end of the day and I just didn't do it. I did finish doing the shelves. So like I should have taken this downstairs. I completely finished building the shelves and organizing the floor and getting all my tools sorted. So that part I'm very happy with. So the project for the week part is done. I also finished the all play video, the first one. I still need to do a review segment, but the first one is done. So that other project for the week, or for last week technically, is done. This week is not over yet, so I still have time to get things done, but right now I'm in that balance. Again, this is the weird way that my mind works, is I like checking things off lists. So if I play Drillers again right now, which I hope to play it tonight because I really want to, if I play Drillers, I'm doing that because I need to get multiple plays in, yes, and I want to play it, yes, so I'm checking all those boxes. But in terms of the actual boxes of learning a new game, playing a new game, filming a new game, none of those boxes are being checked. It's still a necessary component. So that's just the way my own mind likes to work. Anyways, I'm going to keep the segment short today. This is me just filming, honestly, so that I don't have 3 days in a row without filming. And I'll be back tomorrow with whatever I get done as far as tomorrow goes, which might be a lot, but that Barbaric's going to get in the way because, I mean, there's so much to do. I have to film Barbaric, Aberration. Well, the Aberration review's already done, but I need to do the Aberration new content, Barbaric, Aberration, Monolith. I feel like there's one more. I'm forgetting, but I can't remember. I'll have to go check my list. Anyways, that's today. I will be back in the future with more vloggity stuff, and I'll see you tomorrow. This is me testing out the low light feature and to see how well it works over here, because I actually have not filmed this camera outside yet in the dark. But I guess I'm also going to turn on my little light up there. Anyways, so I just got back from watching, what's it called? What is it called again? The End of Oak Street. The End of Oak Street. No spoilers over here, but I really enjoyed The End of Oak Street. I thought I expected a beer and pretzels movie that I would enjoy, but I got that, but I would say it was better than I thought it would be. It was generally well filmed. There were I got everything I expected to, but also some degree of emotional moments, some surprises, definitely some like questions too. Like I definitely have like some like, but that doesn't make sense. But I find I have that with every movie, and this one kept it to a relative minimum. But overall, I enjoy it. I give it a solid 4 out of 5. Maybe I start doing movie reviews. Not amazing, not blows me away, but like it's one of the things I just watched in theaters. Some movies I watched with my kids, some movies I watched myself. This one I did not. What's it called? This one I did not take my kids to, and I debated. What's going on there? I debated. What's it called? Whether I'd watch it again when it comes out with my kids, and that would be relatively soon. If I'm willing to watch a movie like twice in 6 months, that's usually a good sign. Anyways, on the other side of things, as far as stuff that I've done, in the past 24 hours, I've done the following. Let me go ahead and find this over here. I have not learned any new games in the past 24 hours, which again, this is tricky. I did a count. I'm down to 15 games left of my 73 or whatever Gencon games. 15 games left. I think I could probably learn 4 to 5 of them in the next week if I really wanted to, although I think I only have like 1 day left on this particular vlog segment. So this is my second last day. Tomorrow is the last day. So I'll do a wrap up, I guess, on where things ended up tomorrow. But as far as playing games, I played 3 more games on the list. I played Kano, Skyward Republic, and Glimmerdeep. Now, Kano is one that I played for the first time. I already got a few plays of it already. I do want to give a solo mode a shot. I'll probably end up filming it sometime soon. Skyward Republic is one from Good Games Publishing. Got my first play of that one in. I'll need more plays before I cover it. And then Glimmerdeep is one that I'll have to figure out when I want to do a review, because I've actually played the prototype a lot. Never reviewed it because it was sponsored coverage at the time. But it's one that I really enjoy Glimmerdeep. I played it just now, like literally just now. Like when I say I watched The End of Oak Street, I watched The End of Oak Street, then came back and played Glimmerdeep, and then I'm doing this little segment over here. But Glimmerdeep is one that I really enjoy. I want to play it more. I want to play through all the maps and all the characters and the solo mode. So like I kind of want to do a review sooner, but I also want to play the content first. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll get some more stuff done first. Then as far as filmed, got a bunch of stuff knocked out as far as filmed. I did Flock, 50, Mind the Lines, Questline, Las Vegas, The Monolith, and Haunted Mouse. To be fair, that might sound like a lot of filming in the past day or so, but it's really 2 videos. It's one 6-game roundup, like 6 small box games for you, and then The Monolith. That's the other thing that I got filmed in the past 24 hours. So 2 videos done. I actually filmed more than 2 videos, but 2 videos that were relevant to Gen Con games, because I'm still, amongst all this, I'm doing a lot of things that are not Gen Con. Overall, I will do a final tally of week 2 to see where we ended up. I would say that I ended up filming more games in week 2 than I thought, which means week 3 is going to be a little challenging to like see where things go. But I learned a few more games. I expect week 3 I'll probably learn 3 to 4 more games, and then I'll be down to the last 10. The last 10 I'll be stuck on for who knows how long. That's going to happen. Some of them are really going to take a while. Horror on the Orient Express is not going to happen soon. Otta's Dream is not going to happen soon. Some of these bigger experiences are going to take some time. But there's others I could and should learn. There's Jasogi, which I could and should learn soon. There's what is there? There's what is it? Legendary Game of Thrones that I could and should learn soon. I think there's another few that are like on the easier side. But again, medium, like there's Wild Havens, which will probably take time. A whole lot of stuff. So anyways, that's kind of a wrap up as far as where things are. I have a bunch of cats running around the yard, so they're just running around over here enjoying their nighttime. It's currently 12:30 at night, because if you watch End of Oak Street and play Glimmerdeep and also film The Monolith, a gameplay of Monolith today, there's a whole bunch of things. It's been a busy day. It's been a busy day. It's Sunday. It's Sunday. It's actually not Sunday. What am I talking about? It's Saturday. It's Saturday. It's not Sunday. Tomorrow is Sunday. Well, I guess it's 12:30 at night, so it's Sunday. It is Sunday. Anyways, that's going to wrap us up. I think the camera's doing pretty well in low light, honestly. I'm pretty impressed with it. We'll see how bad the crickets are being picked up in the audio, though. So I will see you tomorrow for the end of week 2 wrap up. It's the end of the week, and I hit my goals. My main goals, at least. Not every goal, but I hit the main goals that I wanted to hit. If you recall, there were 3 numbers we were working for at the beginning of the week. 3 numbers we had, not working for, working with. We had 53 games that I had learnt in the prior week. A total of 53 games I learnt by the end of, or by the start of vlog week 2, whatever you want to call it over there. I had 53 games learnt. We've bumped that number up to 59. I thought I'd be able to get to another 10 games. I thought I'd be able to bump it to 63. I did not get to 63. Today I picked 4 games. I picked 4 games I wanted to learn the rules to bump it to 63 so I can actually accomplish that number. Then I didn't learn a single one of them. I got the first page of one of them. That doesn't count. 1 page of rulebook does not count as a rulebook read. But 53 to 59, again 53 in the first week. That includes learning some at Gen Con and then finalizing the rulebook, so I definitely had a head start. But only 6 more games learned this week, which is less than a game a day, which is actually technically not true because I've learned more than a game a day this week, but only 6 of them were Gencon games. Some of them were non-Gencon games, so those don't count, unfortunately. So 53 to 59. Then I had 30 games that I had already played by the end of week 1, and I wanted to get to 45. I got to exactly 45 with a desperate Hail Mary call of Stuglandet. It's a tiny little Haba game, a small box game. I got 14 done today because I think I played 2 earlier today. I'd have to double check the list. I played Into the Machine. I feel like I played something else earlier today. Whatever it was, bringing me to 44 out of the 45 I wanted to. So about an hour ago, I pulled Stuglandet off the shelf and convinced Meg and my daughter to play it, and a 20-minute game, now we got to 45. So 45 games played, which was my goal number. 45 out of a total of 73 Gen Con games. By the end of week 2, 45 had been played. And then as far as games filmed, this one's a bit of an asterisk on the number. Last week I had 12 games filmed, 12 of the 73. And then from there, this week I have 12 more that I filmed in the past week. This is not really a goal. This is just I'm going to film some things throughout the week. So 12 more got filmed. Again, one of those was a 6 small box game roundup, and then a bunch got dedicated videos. I think it was 6 dedicated videos and 6 small box game roundups. Those are the 12 that we have from this week. There's also a bonus 4 that are just not needed, meaning they're games that I'm not actually filming content for around them specifically. What were they again? Let me pull them up. One of them was crossed off because Grass-Fed, which I came back. In general, it's kind of on a hiatus. I don't have a rulebook for it yet. They haven't given me a rulebook, so that means I can't play it, and I definitely can't film it, so that one's kind of on an asterisk. And it's got a little NA next to all the columns until I get to a... Then there's Fragments. Fragments was one that I learned and played, but I'm not doing content. It was more of a demo pack. Then there was Crumb Snatchers, which I learned and played, and it's just not for me. I'm not bothering to throw it into a video. It's not really one that I accepted for review. So much was handed, and because it's not for me, I'm just not bothering to film it. And then lastly was Catapult Feud, which I've learned and played, but the expansion stuff, I don't have plans to do a dedicated video around it. So those 4, I just put in the NA category, so they're not things I have to get to, but it does mean that we did 12 last week, 12 this week, and then 4 that I'm just not getting to, which if you count those together, it gets to 28 out of 73. To be clear, I didn't do 28, I did 24, but just for the purposes of crossing things off my list, I need a list to operate off of. That's week 2. Week 3, we're focusing on filming games. Week 3 means, and to be frank, there's going to be a few things. First of all, week 3, I expect those numbers to bump up, meaning next week's focus is going to be all around filming games from Gen Con. I expect all those numbers to go up. I expect to have at least one more Gen Con game that I've learned. I think I have like 14 left. From the 14, I can probably get 3 to 4 of them at least done next week. It's not the focus next week, but it's something I'll probably do. From the games played, I have 45 played already. I expect to do at least 5 to 10 next week. But even if I only did 5, that's fine. The focus next week is filming, not playing. But from the 28 games I have filmed, again, that's 4, whatever. But just in terms of bumping up that number, I'd like to get that 28 to at least 40. It is a little harder. Most of the small box stuff I've already knocked off, so it's going to be harder to do small box roundups. At this point, most things are going to be getting their own dedicated coverage, but there are a bunch that I'm already ready to review. Drillers, I've gotten multiple plays in already. I need one more play to get. By the time you watch this, I'm realizing vlog timeline-wise, my review for Drillers hopefully will have already gone up by the time you watch this vlog. But there's a whole bunch. I have to look at my list over here. There's a whole bunch more that I can still review, even though I haven't, I can still review and get to over this next week. Misfit Heroes I can probably do. I can probably do Kano. Forbidden Legacy I need more plays of. Reef and Runes I could probably do. There's a bunch that I can already knock out. And so that's where we end this week. I got what I needed done. Next week we'll focus on filming. I'll touch base on next week's vlog, and we'll get a day-to-day update on how that's going, as well as kind of doing a retaking of where I am on all the various goals I have, because I have a bunch of things I've been trying to do at this point. I've been trying to, stay off of Facebook. I've been trying to text friends. I've been trying to do a little bit of cleanup time every day. I've been having a lot of general success across those categories, while definitely not being 100%. The more goals I give myself, the harder it is to keep up with each one. Anyways, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co. This has been another vlog segment, and we'll be back next week with filming games from Gen Con.